welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn and make bags for creative folks. You can find all our stuff at toadhollowandj.com. We just finished doing a live update video in which we listed and showed all the cross stitch bags that we have made, and they are going. So
yes,
very happy about that.
now.
Yeah,
because there weren't a lot, but
my hair is doing interesting stuff.
Oh, well, don't do that.
Amanda, this is for you. Anyway, my sister number 3 will know what I'm doing. Okay. We can be found all over on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook as Toad Hollow NJ. We have a Facebook group called Crafting with the Toads, where you can come and show us what you're making and send us down your rabbit hole. We are the Crafty Toads on Ravelry. I think that's
we hardly ever use. But yes.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. I am wearing the Lunaria shawl. I will show you guys because we get questions. So this is the Lunaria. It is by Boho Chic, right? We had it sample knit for us. It is done with our Sense and Sensibility from Jane Austen, our I'm Not Really Left-Handed from The Princess Bride, and our Goldfinch from our Lost Words collection. All of these are currently in stock, and the kit is also listed because we have pattern and kit. There we go. Anyway, that is the shawl that I am wearing today. Okay. Shall we do questions?
Sure.
Okay, we have questions. Here we go. All right. This is from our last book video. We did our version of What Should I Read Next, where we listed our 3 favorite books, or 3 of our favorite books, and 1 book that we did not like. And SFC Marmar says, have you ever read the Robertson Davies trilogies? No, I have not.
No.
I have to go look those up because I do not know those. So I'm going to go find those. Cocktail Hour at the Coop says she was a goldfinch lover, but we won't hold it against you, Leanne, we promise.
There were lots of you out there. We won the Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah. She wants to know if we have ever read A Fall of Marigolds or The 13th Tale. A Fall of Marigolds, no. The 13th Tale is one of my all-time favorite books. I love that. And we actually have
just got another
second
one of hers, yeah.
Yeah,
Once Upon the River.
And that one I'm in the middle of reading and enjoying very much. Also loved Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society.
That's an awesome audio. I mean, if you guys do Audible books, do Guernsey.
Yes. Also, Netflix. They did a movie for Netflix. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Loved it. That was good. We could go back and watch that again. I really like that. Okay. Rita Strong wants to know, do you ladies know of any free Audible book reads apps?
Just your libraries.
Yeah, if you are a member of a library and you have a library card, then you can usually link into public libraries across the country and borrow books that way. We were doing that for a while. However, our local library right now does
not do digital.
They don't do digital.
And we're separated from the county for town reasons, whatever. So we can't join the county library. However, we have joined Kindle Unlimited. It's $9.99 a month. And I mean, it's not all of Kindle. It's what they put in there. But we have got some really good ones out of it.
Oh, I'm reading one. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm listening to such a good one. I'll talk about it later in the episode, but it's...
But if you can do $10 a month, Kindle Unlimited, you get ebooks, and you get the ebook and the audio. And so, yeah.
Okay. Carolyn Libby says, can we recommend how to learn the basics of cross-stitching? She's about to stick her toe into cross-stitching. For anybody who is asking this, because I know that we do get a couple of questions about it, my suggestion is to find a pattern that you like that is simple, that does not have, don't go for, something that is full coverage where that means that every single cross where every single box is crossed. And if you look on YouTube under cross stitch tutorials, there are tons out there, absolute tons. But I would find something, this one, I'm going to show this later, but this is a good one because it doesn't have a ton of stuff.
It's small and something that you can, not instant gratification, but you're not going to be doing it for years.
Right.
So
it's manageable.
Yeah.
And you can figure out if you like it. We get a lot of our Ada from either Michael's or Joann's. If you do get Ada, I would recommend starting on Ada rather than on linen, just because larger holes. Start with either 14 or 16 count. You can get it at Joann's for a relatively decent price.
Yeah.
And you get a huge piece. So that you just start with that. But if you do get the Ada, we recommend that you wash it and dry it first because there's a stiffness to it. And I find it's much easier to work with when the stiffness is gone.
Yeah. If you're going to do that, I would definitely say start on 14. Because washing, Ada is 100% cotton. So it does shrink a little. So 16 count goes closer to 18 once you wash and dry.
Okay.
So.
Also, don't use a dryer sheet because that again will coat it with something. So, and then pick your pattern. It will tell you on it, you know, the colors that you need. Just go to Michael's or Joann's and get the DMC floss to begin with, and
it's a cross. I mean, all it is, it's just
going
making
up
an X
and down and then up
and
and down.
learning, reading the pattern. But just take your time.
Right.
And because
And
it looks
who
very
knows?
daunting to begin with, but really,
I did not think I was ever going to be in this, and I am in this hook, line, and sinker, and so much money.
yeah. To the point of like on our busier days where we don't have time to cross stitch at night, I kind of take it personally.
Oh, I get so pissy because I don't have time to cross stitch. And you will
'Cause
see.
if it gets too late, I'll try, but I'm not having fun, and I
Right.
just my eyes just
I can't
do
see.
it. So.
So yeah, no, I get very upset when I don't get to cross stitch. And there have been days
There's something with my sweatshirt that's
when I haven't been able to cross stitch, and it's just, I get very cranky.
yeah.
So, yeah,
Cranky
welcome.
Mary Beth is not fun.
No, you don't want to be around me. Welcome to the rabbit hole.
Flipping tables and everything.
Just can I just tell you, it's a good rabbit hole to be
Yeah.
in. Okay. From our video where we were showing our newest Toadstoils, Mrs. White's Tea Party, Mary Sarney said that she has decided to start painting again, which I think is amazing.
Oh, that was so sweet.
I think
Yeah.
that's wonderful, and I'm so glad that you have decided to start painting again, because I think we all have creativity in us, and it's something that should be celebrated and let loose.
Yeah.
So paint away. Kathy Clark said that being from the West Coast, when she first saw a Wawa, she laughed and sent a photo to my kids because she said, "What kind of word is Wawa?" And then she learned that it was a Native American word for swan, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
And yes, it is, and that would explain why there's a swan.
Oh,
No,
no,
they're geese. There are always geese on it. I thought there was a swan, but there's not. I'm pretty sure there's
Yeah,
geese.
it's like it looks like the Canadian geese.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're just so used to it.
Yeah.
You know,
However, when they did first show up, it was like, what the hell's a Wawa?
I know, but then you got used to it really, really
Yeah.
fast because it's amazing. They have gas, they have air. We don't have to pump our gas, so they have gas attendants that pump it for us, which is very nice. And they have a full convenience store.
It's always fun when you're out of state.
That's right. We have to pump our own gas.
That's why those people are staring at us as we just sit here in the car and wait.
Garçon! Okay. Debbie Frenia says that instead of winding her minis, she hangs them around her neck and starts knitting right away.
That's
no
a
more winding
great
minis.
idea.
I would
Except-
choke myself.
Well, it's
You know that commercial for Brooklyn Nine-Nine where he
ties
ties
your
his
bunches.
shoes together? I would choke myself.
Also, I don't knit that fast,
No.
so I wouldn't finish it in one sitting.
So then I just have a mini hanging out
Yeah.
there. And I would say, hang it on a hook or something, except I have cats that
yeah.
are demons possessed into furry animals. Margaret Hill says that she and her sister are coming to see us in Ocean City, Maryland. Maybe we'll have some bags with crab motif. Maybe we will. putting down on the list, make crab bags.
Yeah, I mean, that was the list for May, and I'm like, oh, we should do it for March.
We should do it for March, yeah. So we will be putting them on the list to do soon.
March is in 2 weeks.
Ah! Okay.
And I have to make dog leashes.
Oh my god. Okay. Susan Gerbosi has been watching our back episodes, so she saw me start the JC sweater, which I showed a finished version of last week. But she said, did our mom ever finish her version of the sweater? Not only did she finish it, she has now started a new one in DK.
Yeah.
So she loved it so much she decided to do it all over again. So she really, really
hers
did
was
it.
gorgeous, but she would never let us take a picture of her in it.
I know, but I think what we might have to do is have her bring it down so we can take a picture of the yarn.
Yeah.
Because she did it in Sarah Crew, but we made it specifically for her, so it was just a very, very pale pink, and it's so pretty.
Yeah.
My mother I tell her, you don't know what you have, because she has one of a kind bags and one of a kind yarn, and but she's my mother, so. Okay. The next question, I need the thing. All right. Connie Semenich, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your names, I really am. What was the music at the end? It was beautiful along with your new colors.
That was the end of the Toad's Tale.
Right. So it is called Falls by Keith Kenneth. We found it. It's one of the free musics that are available for
iMovie, I edit our videos in iMovie, and they give me soundtracks, and that was I'm like, oh, that goes with it. So
okay. LaRue Stackhouse said when she was talking about VKN, she was talking about Virtual Knit Night, not Vogue Knitting Live, which makes so much sense. I must say that makes much more sense than
it's
Vogue.
also a lot cheaper than Vogue Knitting Live.
Yes.
And yes, we will. We have considered it.
We just have to figure out when.
Right.
So it's in the works, but we haven't figured it out yet. By the way, I'm also a South Jersey girl now living in the Poconos. Well, you have gone to opposite extremes.
Yes.
So I enjoy the Poconos. I like them. However, I don't want to be around.
I'm not a big woodsy gal, as we all know. So.
I am more of a woodsy girl than Helen is. Helen really isn't.
I am a woodsy gal.
But I like being near water. I really like being near the ocean. Mrs. Krusky wanted to know if we could point her in the direction of specialty floss that we use. And a couple of other people said that they were waiting to see the answer for that as well. So I thought, even though we answered her directly, I thought this would be a good thing to address here too. We tend to use... okay. We tend to use Classic Colorworks. That's one of our favorites. We also have Weeks is another dyer, and Gentle Arts. I get Garden Gate from Gentle Arts, and Gentle Arts is a third. We were getting Color and Cotton as a monthly subscription. We have stopped getting that just because we haven't used it yet, so that we figured we're going to wait before we start replenishing. If you are looking for a particular color, which Mrs. Krusky was, if you go to classiccolorworks.com, I think is their website, they have all their colors, pictures of all their colors. They do it like colors A and B, the colors that begin with A and B and then C and D and all that. So you have to go through a couple different pages, but they have everything, and their colors are amazing. They really are. So then once you find the color that you want, our favorite place to go is Fat Quarter Shop. We love the ladies down there. They have the best customer service there.
Their shipping is phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, it's like lightning fast. So we order from them. You can also order from 123 Stitch, or if you have a local needle shop that you can go to.
Those are the big three as far as indie dyers. So most local needle shops will have at least some form.
Right, and if they don't, they might be able to get it for you, depending on how big they are. So that is the way I would go. If you go to the individual websites, you can see all the colors, figure out which ones you want, or go to the shop and then you can see most of them usually have like a wall that's classic
Yeah.
Colorworks and Weeks and that sort of thing. And you can go and pick through and find the ones that you really like. So, but yeah. Okay. Excuse me. That's it as far as questions.
Okay.
Unless you got something else that
I don't think so.
we got something
Yeah.
through Instagram or something like that. Okay. All right. Admin. Shall we do some giveaways?
Yeah, we have a stack of knit crates that we have to give away.
Oh my gosh. We
'Cause we
haven't
keep
done it for
forgetting
so
to do
long. Okay, watch out, babe. Watch out. I gotta get the stack. All right, here we go.
All right, so we're going to do this from the comments on the video. So, oops. Do you have a question? Just when you're commenting, don't mention free, giveaway, or anything like that.
Okay. I used to teach kindergarten. It says March comes in like a lamb and goes out like a lion, or comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Which do you think it's going to be? Is it coming in like a lion or a lamb?
Okay.
All right. So all you have to do is say lion or lamb, and you can just say A, B, C, or D, which one you want.
Okay.
Okay. So
Or
just
and if you want all four,
just say A, B, C, and D.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get a marker so we can mark them. Do we have a pen?
I have my Fruxion pen right now.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Mark that as A. Okay, here we go. Ready? A is blue. That is a pretty blue.
It's very soft. It's
Worsted, the colorway is C. It is 40% superwash merino, 30% silk, and 30% alpaca. 150 yards for 100 gram. You get 200 gram balls.
and you got a pattern booklet.
And that is what it looks like.
And you can do a hat,
This
There's
is
always
really
a-
nice.
crochet, and a knit option. So those are gonna be the patterns in the book.
And you get tea.
And you get a merble.
A merble.
Not even sure where that word came from. A mod tea. We're a British family with 4 generations of passion for producing the finest tea. Tea lovers in more than 80 countries enjoy our special blends and call Ahmad tea their favorite tea.
Wow.
So you get all natural herbal infusions, detox.
Okay.
Sure we wanted to give that away.
Well,
But now we are.
we held it up, so we have to. This is really soft, nice yarn.
Yeah.
Okay, here is B. Look at B. It is white with purple and blue speckles. This is from Creative Grandma Outine Wools. It is 80% superwash, 20% tencel. And the colorway is Sky.
What's the weight?
It
Oh,
is
it's fingering, I think.
Swart, 350 yards.
You get a button. And a pattern book.
Love this yarn. So again, 2 skeins. That's really pretty.
So you get hat and mitts and socks.
Knit Crate is up in their game here.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. All right, C is this green. This is their Vitalana Lofty DK in the color Mistletoe. I'm going to say this was from December. 48% merino wool, 20% alpaca, baby alpaca, and 32% organic cotton. It's DK weight with 274 yards.
And it almost looks like it's chain plied.
It does. So that is C, and you get these.
You get those patterns.
Patterns.
And there's no extra.
See, Knit Crate. And here is, oh my God. We know him. This is D. It's Brooklyn Boy Knits.
Oh,
Knitology.
I didn't realize he was dying.
You get Concrete Jungle. This is 100% superwash merino wool, worsted weight 225 yards. So that's Concrete Jungle. And then Bushwick, again, worsted 225 yards, 100% superwash. So you get Bushwick, which is the top, and Concrete Jungle, which is the second one, and a little hat.
A baby hat. Those are your patterns. So a cowl, socks, and a cowl.
Okay. So A, B, C, or D, let us know. Lion or lamb, what do you think March is going to do? Okay. All right, that's her admin for today. All right. If you want to give me that, just stick it on top. That one doesn't have to close because it's the top one. And we'll tape it closed at the end. All right. There. All right. Let's get going. Oh, are we doing that now?
Yes.
Okay. Getting hungry?
No, I'm just thinking before we forget again.
Okay.
So, a couple weeks ago, we were showing a package that we got from Tina. Lovely package. And she gave us these
Specialty chocolate
bars, and we were going to try one at the end of the podcast.
And we forgot.
We didn't do it. Because that happens with us a lot. So, we have not eaten it. We've been waiting. We forgot last week. So today we are trying Barcelona. And Barcelona is deep milk chocolate, melts into the mineral and sumptuous taste of fleur de sel gray sea salt and roasted almonds. As I said to my Beth, we're really jumping out of our comfort zone on the first one.
I'm actually looking forward to this.
So,
probably should have done this first. Thank you.
cheers.
Cheers. I jumped the gum. Mmm. Oh, I like that. All right. I will put that aside because
I know people don't like eating.
Eat online, but
we did want to try it. That's good chocolate.
That's good chocolate. That's really good chocolate. I'm gonna put mine over there so Helen doesn't think it's hers. Okay. Should we talk knitting?
Sure.
Okay. How are you doing knitting wise? What do you got?
I have 3.
Okay, go ahead, because I only have 2.
Okay. I have my Carbeth. This is the body so far. And
this is by Kate Davies. It's a pattern by Kate Davies. It's a DK yarn held double, so it's a bulky.
And I just have one more increase on my sleeve and the first sleeve. And then a couple more inches and that will be done. And then I have to go and do the other sleeve. But I'm doing the sleeves in Christmas at Hogwarts. I'm very concerned that the other sleeve may be in Haunted Hayride. Because I'm not sure once I'm done I'm going to have enough.
We should weigh them.
Yeah.
And see.
Once I'm done.
Yeah.
So
that is so pretty.
that is where I am with the Carbeth. I was knitting on the sleeve last week when we were knitting and chatting. So I really have gotten a couple more inches done.
That is really, really pretty.
Yeah. So
my first thing, I will show you, I have socks that I am working on. I am doing these in our Akami yarn. These are my socks that I've been working on for a while. However, I have one full heel and I have to just turn my heel here. I'm almost ready to turn the second heel. I am doing them 2 at a time on a 40-inch Chogu, size 2. And it's a little bit awkward right now because I have picked up the gusset stitches on this side of it. I have not picked them up yet on this side because I'm doing the heels 2 at a time also, so it makes life interesting, but I love the way it turns out, so I'm good. So yes, that is where I am right now for my sock pattern. what I did was, it's basically a 3x1 ribbing. I did the top ribbing 2x2, and then I went into a 3x1
Did you twist?
1 purl. No, that's not a twisted rib, I don't think. Do you?
No, I don't
think so. I really think it's just 1x1 regular. What was I saying? Oh, it's just 3x1, and when I get down to, after I've turned the heel, I'm going to do straight stockinette going all the way around, because I like my socks, the foot part of them, just stockinette. So that is where I am right now.
Cool.
It's really pretty.
It is. It's beautiful.
It's the Akami color. That is that. And somebody asked last week if we had any of them left over, and we did, but she bought them, which was very nice of her. All right.
All right, so last week Mary Beth finished her JC sweater, and then she challenged the world to take out their sweaters and finish them.
Yep.
So just to show her that people listen. I have taken out my Brunswick.
And once she took it out, both of us said, why have you not worked
Exactly,
on this?
It's gorgeous.
Because it's so pretty.
I'm doing it out of Standing Stones, is the main color, and then this is an old Harry Potter color, Hagrid's umbrella. It's the pink. And when I took it out, I was doing, I had done all the color work. So I was doing the stockinette section, which I have now finished, and I'm working on the ribbing for the bottom of the sweater.
Such a pretty combination.
It is. And then I just have sleeves and a neck, and it's a short sleeve sweater, so if I get it done, it's going to be perfect for spring.
Yes.
So get her done.
I have my Brunswick too. I pulled mine out.
Oh, and also, when I started knitting on this, I have been knitting in DK and worsted because we've been knitting up the samples for the fairy tales and stuff like that. There's just something about knitting with fingering weight yarn.
Oh yeah.
It is so soft and it just flies along.
It really does. It's so nice.
And using the Chalgo needles, it was just like, I forgot how much I love knitting and fingering weight.
Yeah, no. And it's like spring. It's time to knit and fingering, right? Okay, here's my Brunswick. I have picked up my sleeve. I had to put it on hold for a little bit because I had the wrong size cable, because I don't have a 16-inch cable. I have a 14-inch cable, but 5-inch tips, which made it 24 inches, which is just too long to do it going around, but too short to do magic loop. So then I put a 30-inch cable on, and I am now doing it magic loop with a 30-inch Chalgo.
I love with the green.
So do I. The main color of the body is Lucy from our Narnia series. The green is Acorn from our the Lost Words collection. And I love the way this looks.
Yeah.
I tried it on the other day to see where the sleeve was hitting. I'm going to make the sleeve a little bit longer than she does. But I'm almost there.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much there. I have to try it on again and see. I love the way the sweater fits. The sweater fits beautifully. So then it's not taking me a terribly long amount of time to do it. So I'm just going to do a couple more rounds. I think I have about a 1/2 inch to a 3/4 of an inch left of ribbing before I figure it's hitting.
You got a lot more done than when we were looking at it the other day.
Right. So I'm going to try it on again. We'll see where it lands and then decide. And then I'll pick up the other sleeve and do that. And then it's just a matter of doing the neck. And I plan to be wearing this hopefully at Ocean City. That's my goal, is to have it done and ready for the Delmarva Festival in Ocean City in mid-March.
Okay.
I hope. If I don't, it will definitely be ready for you, Allentown, at the beginning of April.
While we're on the subject, we have on our website, for those of you who have asked what our events coming up are, because show season is about to start. We have an events page on our website which lists all the events that we have scheduled so far from now until the end of the year.
Okay, and our website is toadhollowNJ.com.
Right.
All right, one more.
Okay, so I am doing the Knitting at the Library cowl by
Oh, I thought I kept that comment.
Corey Eichelberg. who is I Rock Knits on Ravelry. It's a sampler cowl, and I'm doing it in our Dread Pirate Henry mini skein collection. And last week when I showed it, the color that I had chosen as the fourth color was the first mate. I was going in order of their appearance in the story. He blended too much with the cook, which is this one here, so I had to take it out. I had done probably 10 rows of the fourth section, and somebody, maybe I was trying to find it, suggested that I do an after thought lifeline before I start ripping out the stitches. And so I went and found the video on Very Pink Knits.
DK.
Is who said it?
Yes. DEEKAY.
Fingering.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. DK is the one that said it.
Thank you very much, Dee, because I did go to Very Pink Knits, watch the video. It took all of 5 minutes to go through, and what you do is you decide where you want the lifeline to be. You pick up the right leg of your stitches going around. With, you thread a needle with waste yarn, and then you go through and thread through the right leg of each stitch going around. Pull out the yarn to the thread, and all your live stitches are on a thread, and you just have to
Piece of cake.
put them back on the needle. It was the easiest thing in the world. Thank you so much. So I have now added Henry, Dread Pirate Henry, instead. And
It looks so
look
much
how much
better.
he pops. I've only gotten a couple rows done, but
Really
Yeah.
looks great.
so this cowl is going to be gorgeous.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Very excited about that.
Okay. All right.
That is the knitting.
That is the knitting. I am working on my knitting for my March yarn that has to be done by next week, because on our next live update we are introducing our newest fairy tale.
It's time for the third fairy tale.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
It's crazy.
Starting next week, we will be dropping hints as to what it is. If you would like to leave your guess, you are more
I'm
than
done
welcome
my
to.
sample.
Yes,
Just
she
saying.
is. I am not. However, I was whipping along on it and my needle broke.
Yeah.
And I lost like all these stitches, and I had to go find them, and we had to go and get needles last Saturday when we were in New York, and it was crazy. But it is back on. I am whipping through it now, and it's actually a very,
It's
very
beautiful.
fun knit.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to show you next
And
week.
mine's kind of cool too, because it's not something I would have normally
Right.
searched for. So
No, they're good. They're
Yeah.
very good. So we will show you those next week. Something to look forward to. Okay. Shall we move on to, we have crochet.
oh, we do, right?
We have crochet.
Get excited, people.
Quick backstory. At Christmas time, when we were in New York, we went to a show at Bryant Park where they have a bazaar. And they have all these different people who have things to sell. And we found this
They have
booth.
little wooden huts set up all throughout Bryant Park, and it's a shopping thing that they do all through December.
It's really cool. Excuse me. Anyway, we found one that it's 3 bluebirds, and they have eco-friendly washcloths. They're great for using in your bathroom or instead of sponges, which is what we decided to do.
And paper towels and that kind of thing.
They're very, very absorbent. You can wash them, which is why it's kind of wonky, because we've washed it several times. And then you just reuse it again.
And when it becomes unusable, it's compostable. So you just put it in your compost bin and it composts. So it's completely eco-friendly.
Right. We got 7 of them, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Excuse me, I think they were like $3 each or something. We have been using
They're
this,
not cheap,
but
but I mean, what you'd pay for a roll of paper towels.
we have been using these since end of November, beginning of December, and none of them are showing any
Yeah.
wear or tear, other than it's a little bit bowed,
Or,
but other
I mean,
than
some of them are stained because we use them to clean up spills on the stove or whatever.
right, I mean, they're fantastic. So we have started using these instead of sponges, and we just got rid of sponges and are using these instead, and it's working really, really well. Except every now and then you just have something that needs a little bit of extra
Scrub,
oomph to
yeah.
get it done. So what we did was somebody had sent me some scrubbies in a package, and we used those, but they got to the point where they were smelling kind of funky.
Oh my God, there was one that smelled so bad.
So we decided we need to replace them. So long story short, we crocheted some scrubbies. We should crochet 2 scrubbies.
But we found the yarn yesterday. We bought it in
That's
December.
all we need.
And we did it yesterday.
Right.
So
Yours is this one.
okay.
That's yours. Your jelly.
We got the. I'm just gonna show. It was
Oh, okay.
Red Heart Scrubby yarn from Joann's. We got it after Christmas. They were like, cents with their after Christmas sale. So we grabbed a whole bunch of it.
We got 5 of them all together.
Yeah.
Those are the 5 colors we got. Helen started with the purple one, which is jelly.
So I made a scrubby. It took me 10 minutes. So I figure if we make one a night, we'll have a stack of them. We can throw them into gifts, whatever, or
Right.
have some left over. They work just like the green side of a sponge. So, and then you just throw them in the wash.
Mine is Blissful, is the name of it, and mine is a blob, but it's actually exactly what I need to scrub. So.
I will say, it's not the greatest thing in the world to crochet.
Oh my God, it's miserable. Which is mine. I mean, my center is here, and this side is this wide, and this side is like this wide. It's very wonky.
I mean, it's a couple double
I am not that great at
crochets
crochets
and
anyway.
you go around in a circle, 5-10 minutes,
Right.
and you have a scrubby sponge.
So that's what we're going to do. You're right.
Yeah, I banged my hand. Sorry.
We're going to continue making these and have a little pile of them to go with our little pile of dishcloths. However, if you want to look for 3 bluebirds spelled out, they have great dishcloths. Really, really cool. I love these things.
They have a website. I'll link it down below.
All right, that's the scrubs. Okay, crochet done.
Okay.
All right,
On
cross
to the
stitch.
fun stuff.
Yeah. We each have a finish.
You finished yours?
I do.
too? Okay.
I have a finish.
Should we show it together?
All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ah! I went first!
Good. Good. Enjoy your limelight.
I finished my Cinderella.
I love your Cinderella so much.
I'm going to make her into a pillow. I just have to find fabric that goes with her because I need fabric that goes with the yellow and the teal of her dress. So I just need to figure it out. In choosing fabric to go with her, I think, yellow is a rough color.
Gray.
Yeah.
Think of the gray of the mouse. We have a gray
hate
polka dot.
gray.
You're not going to see the gray.
No, you
It's
are
gonna come
because
back.
it's going to be bordered.
Okay.
I got to make a border on it.
Didn't we find a green that we thought would work well?
We were discussing all sorts of things. I think we came down on the side of purples.
Okay, we might have done that.
So I just have to
Actually take the time and do
Yeah.
it right.
It's been a very busy week. So
All right, so Helen did finish
listen
that.
to me complain.
I finished Fast Food by Madame Chantilly.
I love them.
I did not fit the 4th one on. The
As we
4th
all
one.
suspected, number 4 is lagging behind.
So number 4 will be a separate one, and I will do him separately, but that is the way it looks. And oh, I love this. It's so pretty. Look at that.
I see stuff like that and I'm like, that's it. I'm quitting my job. I'm cross-stitching for life.
Yeah. So that is done. I really, really enjoyed
Please
doing
buy
this.
my Cinderella pillow. It is $6,000.
But it's worth every penny.
Please sponsor my cross-stitch life.
Yeah.
$6,000.
Oh, so that's my Fast Food by Madame Chantilly.
I
And-
love her patterns.
Oh, so do I. We have a couple of hers. But,
This is the first we finished.
That's that one. Okay. And yours was Cinderella by the Little Stitcher.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
And we do link these
Yeah.
on the show notes. So that is that. All right.
The show notes, by the way, down below the video, I put a link because we put the show notes in our blog on our website. So then I have 3 more.
1, 2. think I only have, oh no, I do have 3.
Okay.
Do I have 3? I have 3.
Okay.
All right. They have released the second pattern of the Bloomtopia cross stitch.
The Fat Quarter Shop.
Okay, so Fat Quarter Shop is the one that is doing this.
It's a free pattern, but they asked for a donation to go to Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Right. I am still working on part 1. Not finished part 1 yet. However, I'm getting closer.
Slacker.
Honestly, this tiny, tiny little thing, which is totally blown out now, is part 1. I have thread coming through. Anyway, that's what it is. That's where I am so far.
The colors are very pretty.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They're very summer.
I tried to do this, and I always try at the wrong time because I fall asleep. Like in the middle of Alice Tully Hall on Saturday when we were sitting and stitching. So I'm going to continue working on it, and because the third one I think is coming out next Friday. So I really need to get going with it. Say so. All right. I'm taking this off because I'm getting very warm now.
It's very cold in here today. We were discussing on the live podcast how cold it is here in New Jersey. It's all of 30 degrees, which in comparison to the 50 that we've been having, it's very cold. And then somebody from Bozeman, Montana told us that it was -5 today. I'm like, oh, fine. You could be cold.
Okay.
I pulled out, after finishing Cinderella, I pulled out my Sacred Bee, also by the Little Stitcher. And this is where I am. I have finished my first lady, and then I'm now coming across the bottom here. So.
Very, very pretty.
Yeah. I love this green fabric.
So do I. Do you remember where you got it?
This is Picture This Plus.
Okay.
I may even still have the... I do. It is Herald in their 18 count Ada.
Okay, and can you show it up again? Because you moved it very quickly.
Oh, sure.
So that people can see how it looks, because it looks so pretty against that color. Really, really, really beautiful.
And I love the way linen looks, and I enjoy working on the linen, but then also there are just times where you just want the Ada with the one box.
Oh, I love working on Ada.
And this is soft and pretty.
Right.
So
mine was on an 18 count Ada that we bought at Joann's.
here's my needle.
It's a scrap that we bought at Joann's. Was it on there when you took it out?
I don't know.
It may be in the bag. We will look when we're done.
In chapter 1000 of Helen Doesn't Take Care of Her Stuff. Found the
There's
needle.
thread.
My leggings ate my needle.
Okay. All right. While you get that put together, I will show my little stitcher that I am working
For the
on.
tons of you that have given me needle minders, you would think I would use them. Thank you very much. I do use them on other projects.
I am doing, when we found the little stitcher, we bought a ton of
We
her
found
stuff.
the little stitcher. And
And-
she's got a ton more than I want.
I know, my God.
And we did her mystery. We have to start that.
Yeah,
'Cause we bought her Christmas mystery.
Has it come out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm doing the Wizard of Oz by the Little Stitcher, and I tuck my needle in so tightly I tie up the fabric. This is where I am so far. I had done the scarecrow, and I had his face all done and everything, and it's pink. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this just does not look right
weird.
at all. So I double checked the color on the pattern, and it calls for that color. But then if you look at the picture, it's more of a straw color. And it says, it has the pattern, or the color number, it's 167 or something like that. And then it's got like dark straw. next to it instead of the pink that 167 actually is.
Oh, okay.
So I had to take out all those stitches, and I have to now redo them because I've found a color that will work instead. So that is where I am so far. But oh, I love this.
It's so nice.
It really is. This down here, this little blue thing down here, does not belong to it. That was something else that I started on here that I need to, I'm hoping that I'm not going to have to unpick it. I'm hoping that it's going to just be right outside the edge of what I need, because it comes across like this, and then there's some wording, but I don't think it goes, I might have to pick out a little bit, but not too much.
Have to cut it straight. So.
Yeah, and it's,
and it goes all the way over.
I will see. I may have to take out bits of it, but so far I am doing that. I am doing this on 16 count Ada. It's called Doubloon from Picture This Plus.
That's a cool color. That is a perfect color for anything.
Yes.
Because your whites will show up, your darks will show up.
Oh yeah, the whites show up beautifully, and the darks. It really is. It's the perfect color. So that is where I am on that. I'm really loving this. I was doing for a while where I was doing, Sampler Sunday and that sort of thing, and I still am kind of doing it. It's just a lot of days I haven't had a chance to stitch.
We've had 2 Saturdays in a row where we haven't had any stitching time, so. Sorry. So, still working on the Spring Moon by Alessandra Adelaide. I get a few stitches in every day.
This is getting so big.
It just reminds me how much I love it.
Is this the midway point?
Yeah, I am. This is kind of, if you...
Here, I'll hold this.
Okay. So this here is here on the pattern.
Okay, I'm just wondering how much further it's coming down. So it's pretty much midway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think once I finish this page, I will be just about half. Yeah, it's going to be a nice big pillow.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
It's so pretty. And the colors, this orange, which is not coming out great, is Fragrant Clothes by Gentle
Oh,
Arts.
I love
gorgeous.
Fragrant Clothes. Oh,
Just gorgeous.
I mean, that is just, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
That is such a pretty color.
So,
Okay.
love it. Love it, I love it, I love it.
I was working on the fast food in the mornings, and once I finished that, I picked up Spring by Homespun Elegance. And it is actually called Scenes of Spring. I am doing it in pretty much the colors that are called for. I don't think I'm deviating too much. I am doing this on a scrap that somebody gave us, so I'm not quite sure what the color is, but I'm pretty sure it's 16 count Ada. And this is where I am so far.
It's just perfect spring.
It is. It really...
I love her patterns because, as we were discussing it earlier, they're short, they're small, and
Right.
they're in and out.
Okay, so for the
quickly.
person who was asking about the cross stitch pattern, this is only going to go, here's my G, okay? It's not going to go much further past the G. So that's how big it is. You can see how much white space, empty space there is, so that there's
Which
not...
once you start stitching, you'll appreciate why you're saying have.
The green goes straight across the bottom, so that it's a really good thing. You get a straight line to work from, and then you add in pieces as you go along. I was working on the beehive this morning. I started and finished the beehive this morning, and I was about 20 minutes late coming out because I wanted to finish my beehive. But I love it. It's so pretty. Really, really. Just, I'm so thrilled with it. So this is Spring, Scenes of Spring by Homespun Elegance. I'm looking at this and realizing I think I'm supposed to do the satin stitch there, and I'm not going to.
Okay.
Okay, so here with the beehive, you can see the lines that I did. She actually did the satin stitch in between the two lines.
Oh, okay. On top of the cross stitch?
On top of the cross stitch. And I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to leave it that it's just striped like that because I like that. And I don't think I need... I don't know, what do you think?
No, I think it's fine.
This is what I'm talking about. The beehive here, you can see the satin stitch that's going across. And I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to just carry on the way I'm going. Okay, that is my third and last one that I'm working on that I've done any kind of real progress on.
Okay, I have a new start. Because, you know, I wasn't going to have any new starts this year. But I finished Cinderella, and I was talking to our good friend Ray, who was starting hers of this, which she bought because of me, so.
Kind of had to.
I
will say that Spring and The Wizard of Oz and the fast food are all part of Mania. So I'm finishing up my Manias from Stitch Mania from last year.
So I started the Suffragette by Little House Needleworks because we are 100 years of women's right to vote. So I am doing this on 32 count linen that was part of my Color and Cotton fabric club. And I'm almost done the bricks on the bottom. So.
I will say that Little House Needleworks.
It looks much smaller
in the picture.
In the picture than it's turning out to be. Because I really thought it was going to be much smaller, and I'm like, wow, I've got 26 sets of bricks to do. And this is on 32 count. So this is the width of it. The bricks go all along the bottom.
Okay.
And then I get to go into, you know, the fun stuff where I'm not just going straight across with red.
Right.
So,
are you doing the called for colors?
maybe. Maybe not. Yes. They're all classic colorworks.
Okay.
Yes. For the most part.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure we had gingerbread, so I probably picked a different brown.
Cool. So,
And it is in my new Toad Hollow cross stitch bag that I talked about on the live update because I put an iron on the vinyl.
right. If you watch the live update, you know that there was a slight mishap with an iron.
PSA, don't bring the iron anywhere near the vinyl. I did know this. It was just
An accident that happened.
it was a bad night.
Oh, yeah. It really was. Okay. Moving on.
Yes, I have one new purchase.
So do I.
Which, speaking of Ray,
Yeah.
it's all your fault.
So as we were driving up to go to Opera Saturday last week, Ray was texting us and telling us about this new starch that she was doing called, well, it's the gnome washing.
You have to take it out.
Yeah. It's called Opade.
It's Jardin Privé.
Yeah, it's Opade de Gnome. And it's wash day. And they're gnomes doing their washing. And I thought, oh, I love that idea. So Helen went online, because I was driving. And it's always bad to do these things when you're driving.
You're tired because we had to get up early to go.
And it's just like, you know, you don't think very well.
Right.
So she went and found this. And I'm like, oh, I need that because Ray is putting in her laundry room, which I think is such a great idea. I want to put in my laundry room. So we got this. And then Helen's like, well, you know, they have all the floss.
It was a whole kit.
It was ready to go.
It was, here's the floss. Do you want to just add it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have to go try and find any of it. It's all right there. And it came with linen fabric, which I then passed to Helen because I don't stitch on linen. So she now has it. But, yeah, it's just, it's like everything's right there.
Right. So
jeez, what is my hair doing? It's like got a mind of its own. Oh, it's because I took my straw off. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
So, so we put that in the cart, and then I was, they do the whole, well, if you bought that,
You might like this.
you might like this. And it's Jardin Privé, Alice au Pays de Merveille.
Oh my God.
So, we love Alice.
Oh my God, I love that.
I love the whole snow globe idea of it.
Yes.
She has one that's a Little Red Riding Hood too, which we did not pull the trigger on, but
It is coming soon, I have to tell you. It will be coming soon.
So I got all the thread I need for it, so I can start it maybe today.
I love it.
If we get all our work done.
I love the Cheshire Cat down at the bottom.
I
just love it so
I love the Cheshire Cat, and I love the base of the snow globe. So I'm just really excited about this one, and I love the colors.
Yes.
Too. So we also, speaking of Alice, signed up for Satsuma Street's Mystery Stitch Along that is Alice, which starts next week. So I got all the thread for that too.
I need more time.
Yeah.
So if somebody could invent a time turner and, or pay us $6,000.
Please buy my pillow for $6,000.
So I can cross stitch because there's so many things I want to do. Okay. God, that sounded whiny. Forget that. I have a lovely life. I really do. I just wish there was more cross stitching time.
Please buy my pillow for $6,000.
Okay.
I'm going to put it up on the website just to see if somebody buys it.
Right.
I'm not.
Okay.
Mary Beth is absolutely right. There's nothing to complain about.
All right. Are you ready to move on?
I believe
that
I
is
am.
my cross
That
stitching.
is
I
the
am done.
Crafting. We have not had quilting time.
No, there has
Speaking
not
of
been
not
any.
complaining about our lives.
We did finish a bunch of really beautiful cross stitch bags.
Yeah.
That was our sewing for the week. Oh, and do you want to tell your idea
My idea.
for our newest venture?
Oh, I was just looking to see how easy it is.
We were doing our live video and showing our cross stitch bags, and somebody was suggesting that maybe we do collars and leashes for dogs. And I was pointing out that we have way too much to do and there's not enough time to do everything, and Helen now has an entire empire set up where we're making...
We have a Pinterest board and everything.
Leashes and collars and bandanas and maybe even bow ties for dogs, because we bought all the hardware that you need for the bow ties when back for some other thing that never happened.
David, look what I found. I have scraps.
Scraps we have.
Just scrappy leash.
This is Helen's, and people are actually giving her names for her empire.
Well,
So
also, you know what? What really spurs my empire, instead of, please buy my pillow for $6,000. Please buy my leash for $6,000. Everybody's like, oh, I'd buy one. And you know me. Oh, okay.
fine,
You want it?
we will do it.
You got it.
All
I'm
right.
ready to leave the thing we've spent the last 6 years building, just in the dust,
Right.
to make a leash.
Moving on.
So,
New things, right?
Yes.
Okay. Shall we go on to what we've been watching and reading?
sure.
All right.
Oh dear.
Okay, we're gonna have to make this fast because Helen's battery is dying. Because this is our third video.
Yeah, it shouldn't be dying. So, oh well, it doesn't.
Okay,
matter.
here we go. What are you reading?
I am reading the Bromance Book Club.
That's our
for
February
Our February book club.
book club.
It's very fun.
It is. It's
very light, fun. I'm enjoying it. It's perfect as you're going to bed.
Right.
Reading. I just finished Matchmaker for Beginners, which
By Maddie Dawson.
be talking about in a little bit.
And
We're
that
gonna
will be
doing-
next
that's
week's.
next week's book video, or from the Toad's bookshelf. I finished that, so I picked up the second worst restaurant in France.
Yeah.
France, by Alexander McCall Smith, and that is also very fun.
Yeah, that's a
So-
good one.
And I think that's all I am reading.
Okay. I finished Tidelands by Philippa Gregory, which is set in England in 1648, 1649, right about where Cromwell is rising and King Charles is heading down. And it's set on the marshlands, the tidelands, right at the edge of the ocean, in the coast of England. It's amazing. I listened to it on Audible. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved the woman who read it. I thought it was really, really well done.
Cool.
And the second one is coming out December 1st of this year, so that because it's part of the Fair Mile series, and it's great. There were some things I took issue with just because of the time period and the way women were viewed, and
but that's not the writing,
frustrating.
that's the time period.
But
so.
yeah, so that is what I am doing. And then Kindle Unlimited, I downloaded, I want to get the right name of it. It's, I think it's Where the Forest Meets the Stars. Sorry, wrong device. It's not the one I'm listening on. Okay. Where the Forest Meets the Stars by Glendy Vanderah. That's Vanderah. It's so good. It's so good. It's about a research biologist. She's actually an ornithologist. She's studying indigo buntings in Illinois and in rural Illinois, and a girl shows up on her property. She's about 9, and she says she's from the stars, and she comes from the Pinwheel Galaxy, and this woman has no idea where this girl came from. She's wearing thin cotton pants and no shoes, and she's filthy, and she has bruises, and she just sticks to the story that she's from the stars. And every time Joe, who is the main protagonist, tries to find out more information, she just says she's from the stars, and if Joe tries to bring in the police to help her, she runs away and disappears. And so it's their dynamic. There is a reclusive person who lives next door to her on an adjoining piece of land, and by next door I mean like a mile down the road, and he ties into it a little bit, and it's so good. Really, 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 really good. The people are good, the story is good, and this little girl.
All right, so we're probably going to talk about this.
Yes. So it's a good one. So Where the Forest Meets the Stars. If you've heard of it, we heard about it from Ann Bogle on What Should I Read Next, and then we found it on Kindle Unlimited. So if you're a part of Kindle Unlimited, you can download it and either read it or listen to it. And otherwise, you might be able to get it from your library, but great book. Really, really good. All right. Have you been watching anything? I'm trying to think.
We started The Magicians, but I think
we did start The Magicians, but I wanted to. Do you remember the name of the YouTube person that had?
Oh, Happy Cat on YouTube.
Okay, so it's Happy Cat on YouTube. She has I
think she has all 10 seasons
of the Great British Sew-Off.
Sewing Bee,
the Great British Sewing Bee. We've started season 1, and we are really, really enjoying it. So they take 8 people or 5 people, I'm not sure how many.
It's like the Bake Off, but for sewing. So.
And they bring them in, and they have to do challenges.
Yeah.
Sewing challenges, and it's really, really good. Really good. So we are very much enjoying that.
Yeah.
But you have to find it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's available on any.
We tried to find it on Netflix and Amazon
Netflix
and that sort of thing.
Acorn or anything. I haven't been able to find it, but her quality is good.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's legal. I mean, she's got all 10 seasons up, so you would think it's okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I think that is it as far as I am concerned.
Okay.
You?
Yeah.
I'm done.
If you didn't catch it, we had a Toads from the Toads bookshelf this week where we were doing the recommendations. Next week we're going to talk about the Matchmaker for Beginners. We're going to have a cast-on video, show how our 2 preferred methods of cast-on, since we each have a different one.
Yes.
And then we will be back next Thursday with a live video.
Right.
With the fairy tale.
So our live shop update will be at 11 a.m. next Thursday, and it will be the fairy tales and our new bags, because we have new bags to show you. And then we will have our regular scheduled podcast
on Thursday.
hopefully going up on Thursday as well. So, okay.
All right.
Good?
Yep.
All right. Have a wonderful week, everybody.
Yep. Go forth and create.
Make something beautiful, and we will see you next week.